White flag raised, off and racing. So this is the 5-year-old Geldings Maiden with a field of 5 runners leaving the starting area. This race sponsored by Tattersalls National Hunt. They drive on now towards this first fence with Indian Louis, assuming the early advantage here from in second place is TJ True. Indian Louis over the first from TJ True. Over in third spot then is the Fermoy Raider Wise Move. Further back in the field then, to in fourth place the Chestnut Like Dancing, and last of the 5, settled in the rear is Georgie Burgess. So now they take off at the second of the 16 fences, and the leader Indian Louis got in a bit deep there and was almost joined away from the fence there by TJ True. So now they turn to climb up the hill to the first of the 3 fences in the back straight. Indian Louis, the son of Maller, is out there cutting out the running with the son of Dylan Thomas. That's TJ True on the outside. Further back then to in the third position on the inner, that's Like Dancing, and then you got Wise Move. Back marker is Georgie Burgess. So clearing out over the middle one in the back straight, and all 5 take it safely, and now they steer on to this next one. Indian Louis over it nice and neatly from TJ True, who measured it equally well there in second spot. Like Dancing has closed up to within 3 lengths in third position, and then Wise Move, and still at the tail end of the field is Georgie Burgess. The quintet make their way around the bend for home, having completed just about a mile. They travel on now to fence number 6. Indian Louis, this one bred in Galway by Martin Cullinan, is leading here by a length to TJ True in second spot. This one running in the colours of breeder Liz Kennedy. Up in the third spot then for Eleanor Broderick's team is Wise Move, also bred by Eleanor. And then back to fourth and fifth place is Georgie Burgess and Like Dancing. They're still reasonably well packed with about 6 lengths top to tail as they embark on their second full circuit. And lovely jump that time by Indian Louis, who came up neatly out of the hands of James Hannon and moves on into an advantage now of 3 lengths as Indian Louis draws the field along towards the next fence, followed in second place by TJ True. So Indian Louis, TJ True, the mount of Adam Feeney gets over it there in second spot, and then 3 in line for the third, Like Dancing. In the centre, Georgie Burgess, and deepest of all is Wise Move. At this next fence, this is 8 from the finish. A bit slow there was Like Dancing, who was quite deliberate at the fence. But Indian Louis, at this next one, again, no problem in the jumping department. TJ True continues to track in second. And then there's a few lengths to Georgie Burgess, Wise Move, and Like Dancing. So there's been precious little change in the order over the last 2 or 3 minutes of action. We're heading now well into the final mile and a quarter. 6 more fences to jump in this 5-year-old Geldings Maiden. And as they make the left-handed swing towards the home straight once again, Indian Louis dictating a steady tempo in the testing conditions, leads from TJ True, who continues to track in second. Still 4 lengths then, going to a clear third now is Wise Move, followed by Georgie Burgess and Like Dancing. Advancing on this next fence, and Indian Louis over nice and safely once again from TJ True, Wise Move, Georgie Burgess. The first one really to come under a bit of a drive at the tail of the field there is Like Dancing, who's starting to struggle. Past the judge, a circuit to cover, 5 to jump. Indian Louis gets his sights spot on at that fence and kicks up the hill, 5-6 lengths clear now, Indian Louis. TJ True gets niggled in second, also pushed along in third is Wise Move. And then you got Georgie Burgess, and they're leaving Like Dancing behind. Up the hill for the jump, and they've got to go now to get to Indian Louis, who's travelling best at the moment, and again over very cleanly. James Hannon has a look in the wing mirror there, and he looks pretty happy. TJ True has been pulled up before that fence, and this leaves Georgie Burgess in second, with Wise Move, the only other one, going in third, because Like Dancing is also out. So we're down to 3, and it looks to be between Indian Louis, who's 4 lengths clear from Georgie Burgess, who's trying to close. They're clear from Wise Move. This is the second last. Indian Louis. Georgie Burgess has not gone away. He's got 3 lengths to make up and is trying to do so now, is Brian Dunleavy, and he puts it up to the long-time leader. So Indian Louis has joined on the home turn by Georgie Burgess. They've pulled right away from Wise Move, so it's going to be a dash to the final fence and the long run in. And Indian Louis, who had his own way for much of the journey, now is being tested by Georgie Burgess, but he's responding, and round the bend, Indian Louis opens up again by maybe 2 lengths. Georgie Burgess is hard-ridden in second. So the two of them on the approach to the final fence. Indian Louis at the head of this contest for the Donald Barry team comes to this final fence. Does Indian Louis, his advantage has edged on into 3 lengths. George Burgess got a flying leap at the last to give him one last shot at this, but it's not going to be enough, because as they go to the line, James Hannon got it right from the front here in Indian Louis, and he defeats George Burgess. Looking down the track, Wise Move is not going to jump the last, which leaves us with just the 2 finishers.
The results of the second race: first, number 3. Number 1 was second. The winning distance, 3.5 lengths. 3 beat 1 by 3.5 lengths. The third race, there are 6 runners. The runners and riders: number 4, Mr. T. O'Connor. Number 5, Mr. D. O'Connor. Over the page, number 8, Mr. M.C. O'Donovan. Number 9, Mr. T. Hamilton. Number 10, Miss S. Whittle, claiming 5. And number 12, Mr. J. Hurley.